Alright, so here's the deal. We're on a really good landowner. Don't want to go mention names on the YouTubes here, but he's a real good dude, and his son's awesome, and his grandson's awesome. I know all three generations. They are awesome people. But here's the thing. They got these grain bins, and they got some trees that's leaning all over the guy wires that holds up their bucket elevator that feeds these grain bins. I come back out in the woods. Now, Derek's been training in on Brutus. He's my replacement. He basically told me to sit back and watch how the professionals do it. No, I'm serious. There's very few people. Very few. I can count them on one hand. I can count them on one hand that I trust to take my job over. And Derek is the number one. Out of all the people I know, he can do it. But Derek's taking my job over. It's big. It's a big step for me to trust somebody to do that. And I think I picked the right dude for the job. Derek has got grit, Derek has got brains, and Derek has got what it takes to hold a team together. And like I said, I trust him with anything. So, and that being said, now I'm kicked back and I'm taking Derek's place on Titus. Well, it's been a bit of an adjustment for me to get used to. And this was actually the first day I think I jumped back on Titus, and I screwed up trees right and left. But I started getting used to it. Things started getting better, but it didn't get better quick enough. I got thrown right into the mix of push-pull trees, stuff like that, and I'm like, I can't get it all figured out quick enough. So I grabbed a saw out of it, which is dull, which is small, but no complaints about the saw, because the saw's a good saw. It's a 576 Husqvarna auto-tuned with a 20-inch bar. We call it Kate, code name Kate. So I grabbed Kate out of there with a dull chain and out of gas, that sort of thing. Answered by the name of Lucky, you know, that sort of thing. So me and Kate got out and we're gonna cut these two trees for Robin. And Robin's going to push him right off the guy wires, this grain bin. Now you'll see him when he comes in with his boom's down on his din as he comes in, because the guy wires just barely run up and these trees are like, you know, and I'm sitting there going, I don't know any of this equipment. Now, over the years I always ran a 395 XP, 28-inch bar, 72 LPX chain. That's what I've ran since 2006, 2006 or 7. That's the setup I've ran since 2006 or 7. I played all the way up to that, and then when I got 2006 or 7, I said, all right, Suji hard bar, 28-inch, blah blah blah, full comp chain, 395 Husky, preferably souped up a little bit, but we'll take stocker if we have to. But 395. That balance has become an extension of my body. I haven't thought about it, don't think about it, just go with it. Now, for me, somebody like me, to step out here and to step into all kinds of new stuff, oh my God, right on these push-pull trees, like, ugh. Robin's like, what are you nervous about? I'm like, I don't know, it's me. I mean, no, it's me. Oh man, oh God, we'll see if it's working. All this mess. First thing I had to forget was my daggone hard hat. Well, I only got these two trees on my hard hat. I think I went and got my hard hat for it and the rest of them, but you talk about disorganized. Heck, I drove a log truck here, done some other stuff, starting a sawmill, you know, all that mess, and
You talk about out of the frying pan into the campfire or something. There he goes. Come on, Robin. Good man. See, now, and I trust Robin. Because he's done all that. You wouldn't believe. This guy's track record is just something else. I mean, this guy, he's placed. The guy on the Dan is a way better timber cutter than I am. He has competed in I think the Northern American timber cutter finals and all that stuff. I mean, this guy's, he's done a lot with it. He's just older. And you know, he's kind of chilled out. He said it bothers me. He said I miss it. But he said I'm getting a little older now. I can't do it like I used to could. But I trust him because he gives me advice all the time. Like he can see if I get myself in a mess, he'll know it right off the bat. He'll say, hey. And with a guy like that, you know he understands weight. You know he understands fiber. You know he understands all kinds of stuff. When you tear into a walnut, hackberry, hickory, poplar, ash, whatever you tear into, the guy that's grabbing hold of it, he can watch what the saw's doing. He doesn't knows what to do. He doesn't knows when you cut enough, when you ain't cut enough. He doesn't knows when to go ahead and start. You don't have to talk to him. He just knows because he done. You know, I feel like I've done a lot of it, but he's done a whole lot of it. You know what I mean? So it makes it easy working with a guy like that because you don't have to think about him. He's already thinking about you, and he's already thinking about a tree, and he's already thinking about the timing. Or I about fell down. He's already thinking about the timing. You know what I mean? So he doesn't knows all the stuff, and it makes it so much better when you're doing this type of work. It takes two people with somebody that knows what you come there to do and knows all about doing it. You know? So I'll shut up. Of course, Robin already got on me. He's like, "Where's your heart at, Tater?" And I was like, "Oh, in the truck. I'll get these trees down and I'll go get it." But these walnuts, we're cutting these two walnuts here. One of them's a walnut. This is a walnut I'm getting cut. I don't know what the first one was, but they got a bunch of dead limbs or whatnot up in the top. You know, and it then gets up there and gets a grabbing or grapevine, dead limb, whatever, fall on your face. You know, so Robin's like. And I'm standing back, and Robin's taking her easy and kind of watching, using his noodle. He's kind of overseeing what's going on here, and we're just being more cautious because I don't have my daggone hard hat. I don't advise cut without a hard hat. And if you do cut a tree or so without a hard hat, be very, 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 very careful. Don't count. Look at that thing. You can point at anybody, they don't care. Well, here's the next item of business. We got these grain bins, big old nice grain bins here, and they got guy wires that run all the way down to these trees. And we're going to try to get these trees down without smacking a guy wire.
and then comes down the bucket elevator. So yes, the landowner, which is a really good landowner, he claims that these grain bins, he really likes them, and he likes his bucket elevator sitting right where it's at. So with that all cleared up, we're gonna have to get the din in here, I think, to push these for me. I'm gonna have to cut all these. And I think old Robbie Rob's gonna have to give me a pushy push.
That hill.
Here's our first item of business. Big boy leaning back against the grain bins. Give me. And there's my discount pudding. This thing, it ain't got a lick of power, but I made me a hillbilly skip tube chain, and it's actually doing all right now. I think I can live with that. shakalaka, boom, boom, shakalaka, boom. I'm gonna clean him up and I'll be back when we get the next one.
don't mind. Give me just a second. And I'm going to finish stuff in behind you so you can just fill the road up. That's what I'm going to try to do then. Okay. To some extent, but Wade and Roberts lay them in back there. Okay.
If you want me to unload them here. Yeah, I'll just unload them here.
Do you think you can take your cutter head and pinch my steak and peel it?
Maybe.
Well, it's loaded now.
No promises, Chris. Nobody ever said that about not screwing anything up when I started. No. Probably not. All right, watch your noodle.
All right, I kind of see that as good and bad, okay? It's good. It makes a guy's ego feel good that everybody trusts him cutting huge trees around guy wires enough to where they just park their truck there, chain down, have conversations while I'm cutting the trees and everything else. You know, that's good. That means that you've been predictable for a long period of time, so everybody all of a sudden trusts you. You know. But then I'm sitting there thinking, if I go through the Rolodex of my career and all the things that I've screwed up in the past,
That's great. I hit the daggone box over there. Got trees on top of me, trees on them. What'd you do? What'd you do? Yeah. Well, I was trying to hit it as easy as I could.
I'm like, I'd go ahead and pull her up a ways far before chain down, Chris, because I've seen me do it. No, I tell you, I love that guy. We have got a good bunch of people. I have to say, we have really got a good bunch of people, and I love them all so much. There's not one guy on the place that I have a beef with. I think everybody. Now, I would love to have a few more key guys, you know, but I don't know how bad this depression, recession, whatever this is going to be gets. But, you know, to have a crew with the chemistry that our crew has, I don't know. It took Big Mama and Big Daddy's whole lifetime to build, you know. And I'm starting to do my part to help build on it now too. You know, manipulate, you know, not manipulating, I shouldn't say it like that. You know, well yeah, manipulating, trying to get, you know, everybody to where their chemicals line up to make the right chemistry, you know. And man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the men and women I work with today, I wouldn't. There's not one single. I wouldn't trade them for the world. And they expect me to perform, you know, because I need to deliver, you know, to help them do their thing with what I'm doing, you know. And it'd be, to me, it'd be a tragedy to let them down. I intend on doing good. I intend on carrying on. I intend on doing my part to help make this thing go good, because, guys, I'm telling you, the people that I have the luxury of working with today is the type of people you can work a whole career and it feels like not getting a chance to work around. They're good people. I go to war for them. These people we got, I'd do whatever in the hell it takes to take care of them. Because if they don't trust us, man, to be the type of people they are, if they're going to trust us, man, it's... And don't get me wrong. I don't take this load lightly. If they going to trust you, man, you got to deliver.
The sacrifices we make.
People will never understand
They
what it's
do.
like.
They don't.
Come on,
I'm Water Wade, and I want to be just like Babe behind the scenes when I grow up.